What's up, guys? Welcome back to Fuel the Adrenaline Outdoors. Hunter here with you. And today we're just going to be going over some basic things about ice fishing and primarily how I rig my tip-ups and the ways that I found best to work, based on the lakes I fish or the species of fish that I'm targeting. So I'm just going to go over, the line types I use, the leader lines I use, hook, sinker setups, and just pretty much just a whole overview of the rig and how I personally like to do it. So I do hope you guys enjoy. And before we start the video, I just want to remind all of you who may know or may not know, based on if you follow us on Instagram, we are doing a $50 Cabela's gift card giveaway. The giveaway ends in roughly 2 days, I think, when you're going to be seeing this video. It ends on the 1st. So basically, head on over to our Instagram. It'll be linked in the bio, and you can enter in. There's a post that'll explain everything. I think it'll be the second most recent post on our Instagram, so you guys can go over and enter in that. And without ado, we're going to hop into this ice fishing video, and I do hope you guys enjoy. Thank you. All right, guys, so the first thing we're going to talk about today is having a good main line on your tip-ups. Me personally, I like to use a nylon line. You could really find this at most bait shops or, fishing and hunting outdoor shops or anything like that in your area, most likely. This is just an ice line, Angler's Connection. I use 20-pound test normally. It's kind of like a braided nylon. And I feel like this just works best, on those really cold days and everything. It typically isn't going to freeze, and it's a strong, really good line. Never really had any issues using it with break-offs or anything like that. I personally just really like this line, so I've been using it for a few years now on my tip-ups, but we're going to get into how I like to rig this up to my leader and my leader line and everything next. All right, guys, so I have my tip up here. I just lined on that nylon line that we were talking about. And now what you're going to do is you need to connect your main line, this nylon line that we just put on, to your leader line. Now, there's a lot of different ways you could do this. You could tie them directly together, or you could use swivels. I personally like to use swivels. My personal go-to are these Eagle Claw barrel swivels. You could really get away with, being a little bigger, a little smaller. Typically, I like to use the size 5s. I feel like it's that kind of happy medium. But like I said, if you can only get a 4 or 6, I mean, it's really not going to matter as long as you're not too big or too small. But these size 5s work great, and I've never had a problem with the Eagle Claws, which is why I've always used them. But what we're going to do is we're just going to tie off our nylon main line to one side of this swivel and then connect our leader line to the other side. So I'm going to do that really quick, and I'll get right with you. Now, before we put on our swivel, something very important I almost forgot to tell you guys, and almost forgot to put on myself, is a button. Just a normal button you would find on a button-up shirt or a jacket. You could really get them anywhere. I got a jar of my mom's, just extra buttons. And the reason we like to put these on above the swivel is, if you're fishing in 20 feet of water, you're going to mark your depth, and then normally I would set it up so my hook is about 1 foot to 2 feet off the bottom, and then I'll just put this button right up against the bottom of my spool and my line. That way, when a flag goes off and I run up to it and I get there, I could look in the hole, and if that button's not there, I know it was a hit and the fish is moving and he's going. So it's just something that, my dad always showed me and taught me how to do. So I like to do it, and I think it is a great way to just know, how far a fish has run in the time the flag went up till you got there, if it was just the wind, if the button has moved, and things like that. So now we got our button on, we are going to put on our Eagle Claw swivels. Okay, so now that we have our barrel swivel tied onto our main line, we got our button. Now comes the leader part. Now, for my leader line, I am a big fan of this Sufix Advanced Ice Fishing line. I think it works great in my experience, and I've never had an issue using it, so I'm going to keep using it. I have 8-pound test here I'm putting on for my leaders, and your leader line poundage really depends on the species that you're targeting. If you're going after bigger fish or, fish with teeth like pike or muskie or walleye, anything like that, those sharp teeth, then, you're going to want a thicker leader line or even sometimes a steel leader. But for around here, for the most part, I like to use 8-pound test, something not too heavy, something not too light, just all around does a good job around here in Pennsylvania where I mainly fish, and up in New York sometimes. But what you're going to do is you're just going to get I roughly like to do about a foot and a half of leader line that I could run from my swivel for my main line down to my hook. So, once you got a good, foot and a half, you're going to want to cut that off and then tie one end to your barrel swivel, and then the other end will go down to where your hook is. All right, guys, so now once you got your barrel swivel there connected to your leader, you're going to want to go ahead and put on your hook. Now, hook size really, like most things, does vary depending on the species of fish that you are going to be targeting. In my area, mainly we're going after perch or crappie, every now and then, bass and pickerel. So I found that a size 8 treble hook really gets the job done. Like I said, it's not too big, it's not too small, and for our area it works great. Now if you're going after bigger fish, pike or muskie or walleye, then you're probably going to want something a little bit bigger. But for the most part around here, for what I fish for, this is perfect and it really gets the job done. All right, guys, and there you have it. We have our tip up completely rigged and ready to go. And now myself and you are ready to get out and hopefully have a fantastic 2021-2022 ice fishing season. I hope you guys enjoyed this little how-to rigging video. And if you did, drop a comment, like, share, subscribe. It is all very much appreciated. And don't forget to head on over to our Instagram, linked in the bio, to go check out our giveaway and enter and share it around for all your friends. Thanks, guys. Later.